And then I made Romantic Homicide, and it was so different than everything else I had made because it was actually sad. It was slow, it was sad, it was emotional.
After David, the R&B star, confessed to murder while being filmed, the heat is about to get turned up. We are discussing his admission that he killed Celeste Rivas, a 15-year-old who was discovered dead in his Tesla. What is worse, everyone on his squad was aware of it. Allow me to explain this bizarre circumstance that has the music industry in a panic. Details of the murder are revealed by David's leaked confession audio. Even though she was just 15, David thought she was the ideal girl for him. Hey everyone, it is a video of David and the murdered 15-year-old who was reportedly abused by the singer during an outing. Let us start with the most incriminating proof, though, which has the entire internet convinced that David is guilty as charged. On September 17, 2025, the day Celeste Rivas Hernandez's remains were formally identified, the leaked unreleased demo recording, Celeste, surfaced online. This is not your typical song leak. People claim that this cat actually sang about the murder before anyone knew about it, and this confession, which lasts for 2 minutes and 47 seconds, is encased in an R&B ballad. The song itself is eerie, crafted in David's trademark lo-fi way, but what is really chilling people to their core are the lyrics. Independent confirmation reveals that the production and vocals are in line with David's well-known style from the 2023 sessions, and the file information indicates that it was recorded at a home studio in Hollywood in December 2023. This whole situation is made even more convoluted by the fact that Celeste vanished 4 months prior. The bridge, when David specifically names Celeste and provides information that are exactly in line with the crime scene, is the most terrifying section of this leaked song. "Oh Celeste," he sings, referring to the girl who has my name permanently inked on her chest. "I could smell her like cigarettes on my clothes. Every time I breathe, I hear her voice. It gets worse, but I am obsessed." The song abruptly switches to an instrumental solo as if he realized he had spoken too much after he adds, "Missing you so much makes me depressed, but I digress because." Her chest line tattoo somewhat resembles Rivas's finger tattoo, which David received a copy of in September 2024. "People are particularly frightened by the scent of her smokes on my clothes, as that is just what the toll yard workers describe." The Tesla, which had been sitting there for months, had a terrible, rotting stench.
According to TMZ, just last night, the office listed the victim's gender as female, a height of about 5'1" and 71 pounds. This person has wavy black hair, and she apparently has a tattoo on her right index finger that reads, "Shh." Apparently, she had been wearing a tube top, black leggings, had a metal stud earring, and a metal chain bracelet in the shape of a W. According to TMZ, though, to be more specific here, there is no definitive conclusion as to age, gender, or cause of death.
Through a Dropbox-sourced file purportedly shared with a producer in January 2024, the leak had its premiere on X-Byte at Dazed Coverage. The post gained over 700 likes in a matter of hours, and it quickly went viral on SoundCloud, YouTube, and TikTok. It was frequently tagged as David's murder ballad and had amassed over 1.5 million streams across platforms by September 18. However, the music that was leaked is only the beginning. What actually shows that someone was planning a cover-up are the Discord messages and purported phone transcripts that came to light. Around 8 to 10 screenshots from David's fan Discord server, David's Petals, have been circulated, dating from March to August 2024. These communications purport to show David boasting about permanently silencing Celeste and organizing her body's disposal. The screenshot that does the most harm was taken on April 10, 2024, a few days after Celeste vanished. David allegedly said in a private group conversation that Celeste lost it last night and that he had to quiet her down permanently. He then wrapped her tightly in the front plastic from Amazon, parked it in Hollywood Hills, and left it there till it was towed. "There are not any tickets yet." David allegedly responds, "My tour alibi covers me," after someone in the chat says, "Body disposal, hazardous AF. For silence, send $1,000 apiece." Like the song, she has been silent for all time. It is unsettling to read, "Folded her firmly in the front," because that is precisely how Celeste's body was discovered, mutilated and securely placed in a black duffel bag in the front trunk of a Tesla, wrapped in plastic. Given that it parallels words from his popular song, Romantic Homicide, the line, "silent forever," is being construed as David boasting about the murder. The leaked phone transcripts, which purport to show David organizing the disposal plan, are even more unsettling. According to a 28-minute conversation transcript dated April 11, 2024, David allegedly claimed, "Yo, Celeste would not quit texting threats. It had to be over quickly. In the vehicle, chokehold. She is packed now. It already smells. Tomorrow, take the Tesla to Hills. Keep the keys under the carpet. The remainder is handled by tow yard." Silently, the body rots. Since the cause of death is still pending autopsy, the chokehold information is important. However, considering the state of the remains, strangling is being explored. That is exactly what happened, the plan to leave the automobile in Hollywood Hills. After being towed for unpaid tickets, the Tesla was discovered there. David allegedly continued to boast about his exploits, though. According to a transcript dated July 15, 2024, he said, "LOL, she is silenced forever. No remnants of the Trump tomb. Fans are too stupid to brag to the tune. It is my greatest plot twist and I paid you all to forget it." The boast of the song reference and the Trump tomb statement reveal a man who is not just a murderer but also proud of his actions. Additionally, the evidence points to a trend of using hush money to silence others. According to screenshots, David used Venmo and Cash App to send more than $8,000 to a number of followers and colleagues with notes that read, "For the Celeste thing, stay silent," and, "If cops ask, you never met her." I gave the impression that she had fled. Although the LAPD has not discounted them either, David's representatives have labeled these leaks malicious modifications intended to discredit an innocent artist.
But authorities are treating this as a death investigation. A spokesperson for the singer, whose real name, by the way, is David Anthony Burke, said in a statement to NBC News that he, quote, has been informed about what's happened, and although he is still out on tour, he is fully cooperating with the authorities. Now, we're going to talk about potential legal consequences here, but I have to say the singer may already be feeling the economic consequences.
David's issue is that a lot of the information in these purported leaks matches exactly what the investigators discovered. The place, the time, the disposal technique, and even the wrapping of the body. These calls and texts contain all of everything. The fact that David reportedly believed he was clever enough to use his tour as an alibi only serves to further distort the scenario. He believed that by playing in other towns when the body was found, he would be exonerated. However, it appears from these leaks that he orchestrated the entire affair months in preparation, utilizing his tour schedule to move away from the scene of the crime while the body decayed in his abandoned Tesla. Someone who believed he was untouchable due to his celebrity is demonstrated by the conceit of supposedly boasting about it in Discord chats and immortalizing it in a song. As murder proof spreads, the internet erupts. As soon as these disclosures were online, chaos ensued. By September 18, 2025, hashtags such as #D4vd leaks and #JusticeForceless had amassed over 1.2 billion views on TikTok, and X fans felt totally deceived by a young artist they believed to be pure, and the public's response was harsh and quick. The indignation was swift and severe. Craving Not Crush's ex-user did not hold back. "I am furious because I thought he had not done anything. I am really ill after discovering the new proof this morning. I hope Celeste receives justice, and I pray for her family. David needs to be put down because he is a sick FK." Former fans expressed shock and disdain in thousands of messages echoing this attitude. The chronology presented by @Lazar has persuaded the majority of people of David's guilt. It appears that Celeste is being groomed online by David. How long? Then, at 13, she was abducted, and at 15, she was killed. He was composing songs about killing her and leaving her body in the trunk, which made matters worse. She was discovered dead in a trunk. He gloated after doing it. Much of the public's conviction is based on the link between the lyrics of the song and the actual discovery of the crime scene. It was especially upsetting to witness the betrayal by admirers on the internet. Savannah captured the sentiments of many at the time. David was undoubtedly an epibophile, but I am not sure if he was a killer. He began seeing the victim when she was 13 and he was 17, having known her since he was 12. His 14-year-old victim was discovered dead, and he is now 20. The song that was leaked? Disgusting. Celeste Rivas, rest in peace. The suspicions of murder and grooming conspired to produce a perfect storm of popular indignation. Not everyone was prepared to accuse David based on leaked screenshots and purported audio recordings, despite a TikToker's allegation in a clip that the Discord dumps demonstrate he was texting her at the age of 12. A few supporters attempted to defend him, but the crowd soon overpowered their voices. Damage control was attempted at SZA Lovespinay. Shut the FK up, please. Please conduct your study before you start spreading rumors because nothing has been confirmed yet. In the worst case scenario, I will immediately alter the entire purpose of this account if David is proven guilty of anything. I am against such kind of thing. The doubters questioned the veracity of the leaks and cited David's alibi. As Ty the Creator _ pointed out throughout the post, David is constantly on tour, thus someone is setting him up or creating other situations. For some advocates, this formed the cornerstone of the framed theory. As boycotts gained traction, romantic homicide streams first decreased by 40%, but as people looked for hints in the lyrics, they increased by 300%. Even when individuals are appalled by what they are eating, controversy can paradoxically increase interest, as demonstrated by the murder bump phenomena. In the most unsettling way imaginable, the pirated Celeste song went viral. 50 million people watched TikTok videos that matched the leaked lyrics with news footage of the Tesla finding. One of the scariest viral moments in social media history was the bridge where David sings about Celeste being tightly wrapped while her real body was discovered wrapped in plastic. David has not spoken much on social media in response to the murder accusations. He has not responded to any of the accusations directly, and his most recent recent X-post was merely a tour promo on September 10th. His team has been speaking for him instead, sending well-crafted remarks to media outlets. They met Celeste's mother through a tipster, according to TMZ.
We got in touch with Celeste's mother, and the mother told us, because what the police had come out with was that the girl had a tattoo on her right index finger that said S.
Even before they could find out her name, they obviously had the body parts and they released some information.
And it was on her index finger, it said SHHH with 3 dots or 4 dots. And that's all we knew. The mother told us that my daughter had a tattoo on her right index finger that said the same thing. And that the tattoo, she told us, in fact, Anakin, she only spoke Spanish, so Anakin spoke to her.
A slightly more thorough response was sent to NBC News. Praying for Celeste's family. These rumors are accidental art that has been twisted into lies by those devastated by the tragedy. Given the specifics of the leaked music and messages, the term coincidental art seemed especially tone-deaf. David's actions, not his words, may be the most telling response. Citing personal issues, he postponed engagements in San Francisco and canceled performances in Seattle on September 17th and 18th. His abrupt quiet says a lot for someone whose career was based on interacting with people on social media. This issue has given rise to 3 major theories, each of which has ardent online adherents. David's culpability of planned murder is the earliest and most widely accepted theory. X-sentiment analysis indicates that this notion predominates in roughly 70% of internet speech. The timeline that places David in Los Angeles at the time Celeste vanished, the strangely specific musical moves, the matching tattoos, and the comprehensive leaks are all points of support. About 20% of internet responses endorsed the second explanation, which holds that David was set up by rivals or ardent admirers who wanted to ruin his career. Defenders raise practical concerns, such as David's trip, and cast doubt on the veracity of leaks that are not properly watermarked or verified. They contend that the sheesh tattoo is widespread and suggest that the audio might have been produced by deepfake technology. The third theory, which accounts for around 10% of internet discussion, proposes unintentional killing during an argument. While acknowledging the possibility of grooming, this nuanced perspective contends that the killing was not the product of cold-blooded murder but rather of an escalating altercation followed by a panicked cover-up. Leaked communications suggest an argument in which Celeste lost her temper before to the alleged murder, according to Reddit users. Unavoidably, the case has been compared to previous celebrity scandals involving power abuse and kids. Numerous social media posts liken David to R. Kelly, emphasizing how celebrity may lead to predatory conduct and how the music industry frequently ignores troubling behavior from young singers. There is no indication that the social media feeding frenzy sparked by the leaked material will abate. Regardless of the veracity of the leaks, they have already ruined David's career and reputation in the eyes of the public. Now, the question is whether law authorities will discover enough solid evidence to support the widely circulated charges that have already led to his online conviction. David's ascent to stardom and the grooming scandal that ruined it all. Before September 2025 turned his world into a nightmare, David Anthony Burke, better known by his stage as David, was living the American ideal. This 20-year-old independent R&B star, who was born in Queens, New York, on March 28, 2005, and grew up in Houston, Texas, had made a fortune out of his sister's closet. His ascent from bedroom producer to #1 on the Billboard charts embodies all that is positive about music discovery in the digital age. But the accusations against Celeste Rivas expose all that is negative about unbridled celebrity and access to susceptible followers. In order to circumvent copyright concerns for his Fortnite YouTube montages, David started recording low-fidelity music in his sister's closet in Houston. He began posting original songs to SoundCloud in November 2021, fusing R&B, indie, and rap with a raw authenticity that appealed to Gen Z fans who were desperate for anything genuine in an industry full of produced performers. He was self-taught in production with FL Studio. Romantic Homicide, his breakthrough single from July 2022, transformed his life forever after going viral on TikTok. With lyrics such as, "I do not love you, but I still behave like I do," the song achieved over 1 billion Spotify plays and reached at number 33 on the Billboard Hot 100. Simply put, your heart was too huge for me that I did not intend to bring you to tears. All I wanted was to watch you bleed. Fans believed at the time that these were merely artistic manifestations of adolescent anguish. They are currently being examined as possible confessions. High-profile releases and appearances, including as playing at Coachella and adding Feel It to Amazon's Invincible soundtrack, characterized David's 2024. Withered, his debut album, peaked at number 1 on the Billboard 200 when it was released in April 2025. With sold-out world tours, huge label support, and a loyal fan base of millions, he was living the dream of every young musician. However, something even more sinister was supposedly taking place behind the scenes. The story of David and Celeste Rivas begins in the digital spaces where modern predators hunt their prey. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was a 15-year-old aspiring TikTok influencer from Lake Elsinore, California, standing 5 to 2 inches with wavy black hair. She connected with David via TikTok and his Discord server starting in 2022 when she was just 12 years old and he was 17. Leaked Discord screenshots from David's fan server David's Pedals show interactions beginning in late 2022. Under usernames like Celeste Oxo 13 and David_homicide, he allegedly messaged her after she posted a TikTok cover of Romantic Homicide. The progression of their alleged relationship reads like a textbook grooming case. Flattery, secret keeping, promises of opportunities, and gradual isolation. A February 2023 message allegedly shows David writing, "Hey cutie, saw your TikTok. You got that vibe I write about. What's your age?" When Celeste replies, 12 LOL, he responds, "Age is just a number in art. Let's collab, keep it secret." By June 2023, he allegedly offered to fly you to LA when you were 13, with Venmo payments labeled art inspo to her friends for silence. The alleged relationship escalated throughout 2023 and into 2024. By early 2024, when Celeste was 14 and David 19, fans in the server speculated they were dating, with David allegedly stating in March 2024, "She's my muse." Kept it low-key because age vibes. Show, our secret. The matching tattoos became a symbol of their alleged connection. Both David and Celeste had shoe tattoos. Hers on her right index finger seen in a 2023 TikTok. His inked in September 2024 after she had already disappeared. For David to get this tattoo months after her disappearance suggests either a twisted memorial or a trophy. Either interpretation is disturbing. Celeste's mother, Maria Hernandez, told TMZ her daughter mentioned a boyfriend named David in early 2024, communicating via Snapchat about visiting LA. The family never approved of these trips, which makes Celeste's disappearance even more tragic.
And she said that she had a boyfriend.
That's right, that she had a boyfriend and his name was David. And the mother never really got in contact with David, like she never saw him.
She didn't know who the David was.
She had heard of him. And it seemed like the last time that she had seen her daughter was when she had gone out with David.
The end came on April 5, 2024. Celeste was last seen planning to see a movie with her brother Matthew in Lake Elsinore. She never arrived, and her phone went offline after a Snapchat sent at 7:42 p.m. mentioning heading to LA for a cool opportunity. Friends noted her excitement about connecting with a famous singer online, with Discord logs allegedly showing David arranging a meetup that week. What happened next, according to the leaked messages and audio, was a fatal argument that ended with Celeste's death. The discovery of Celeste's body on September 8, 2025, brought this nightmare full circle. David's black Tesla Model 3 was seized after being left unattended in the Hollywood Hills for more than a month after staff at Hollywood Tow and Auto Storage detected an unpleasant smell coming from it. Celeste's horribly dismembered and decaying body was wrapped in plastic and placed into a black duffel bag they discovered inside the front trunk. The bones were dressed exactly like Celeste when she vanished in April 2024, complete with stud earrings, a yellow bracelet, black leggings, and a black tube top. It is hard to understand the degree of premeditation and callousness displayed by the dismemberment, which implies someone attempted to squeeze the body into the little space. On September 17, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner declared the death to be a homicide, but because of the advanced level of decomposition, the cause of death was postponed until toxicology could be determined. 5 months of a person rotting in an abandoned car is the chronology created by the projected time of death, which fits with hypotheses of disappearances in April 2024. David's image and career have been utterly damaged by the incident. Due to morbid interest, his streams first increased by 300%, but they later experienced massive boycotts. Because venues do not want to be linked to the incident, major brands have distanced themselves from him, and his planned world tour may be cancelled. David's defense team continues to insist on his innocence, saying he is fully assisting the authorities and that the accusations are fabricated lies and coincidental art. However, the public opinion court has already rendered a decision, and the leaked material is still making the rounds online like a digital scarlet letter. As of September 18, 2025, David is still a subject of interest in an ongoing homicide investigation even though he has not been legally charged. As the world watches and awaits justice for Celeste Rivas, the LAPD is examining DNA evidence, phone records, and GPS data from Tesla. The leaked admissions have already terminated one career and sparked a discussion about how readily celebrity can be used as a weapon against impressionable young fans, regardless of whether they are real or fake. Alright now, family, make sure you click on the card that is displayed on the screen to view other video and more unfiltered gossip like this.